If you guys want the fastest way to improve your aim, get some Control Freaks for cheap. Use code GOBLIN for 10% off and improve your aim today. Link in the description. Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Call of Duty World War II video. In today's video, we're going to be comparing two of the top SMGs in this game and talking about statistically which one is better and also giving my opinions on the guns because statistics are usually so close to each other in this game, but I do have some stats to show you guys, but I'm also going to be talking about which of these weapons is better and which situation each one strives in. So hope you guys will enjoy this video. I want you guys to leave me in the comment section down below what two weapons would you like me to compare next, because I've done class setups for most of the weapons. I still have a few more to do, but now I'm going to start doing some of these comparisons. Let me know which guns you'd like me to compare next, other than these two, of course, because I've already done them. And of course, smack that like button, guys. 2,000 likes would be amazing. I really want to see some support on this video if you guys want me to compare more weapons. I think you guys should enjoy this series. Please smack that like, guys. 2,000 likes would mean the world to me. And of course, it's easy to do. You just hit the like button right below the video. It literally takes maybe a 1 millisecond of a real second, you know. So also subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Let's talk about it. Now, the PPSH, first couple minutes of this gameplay, it's going to be some PPSH gameplay where I'm going off. Next couple minutes, the Type 100. So the PPSH is a weapon that is probably one of the top SMGs in this game, and the statistics for this weapon 100% back it up. The PPSH has 35 bullets to start off instead of the usual 30 that SMGs have. Of course, the MP40 has 32, but yeah, the PPSH has 35, which is a big advantage. Having those extra 5 bullets is actually a bigger deal than you would think, and it definitely helps a lot on the PPSH, as well as the reload time on it for a full reload. So if you're out of ammo to reload, 2.3 seconds. Of course, most of the time you're not going to be doing a full reload, but that's just the easiest way to compare it to other guns is by doing full reloads. 2.3 seconds for that full reload, which is sort of an average reload speed and is pretty good because it does have 35 bullets. As far as the damage that you're going to be doing with the PPSH, it's going to be either 30 to 19 damage per bullet, and that of course varies onto the range of that you're shooting at. That's basically how SMGs work. At close range, this gun will kill the PPSH in 4 shots, and at long range, the PPSH will kill in 6 shots, which is fairly standard for SMGs. And where this gun really strives is with its fire rate, which it shoots at 722 rounds per minute, which is pretty deadly. And of course, rapid fire will give you a 6% bonus, or somewhere around a 6 to 7% bonus on pretty much all of your SMGs and rifles in this game. Basically, this gun has a 4 to 6 shot kill range, and basically the time to kill is going to be either between a quarter of a second or 0.25 of a second to 0.42 of a second, and that is the time to kill varying on how long the range is. Basically, it has your normal SMG sort of fall off at ranges and stuff like that. But what makes this gun so strong is the fire rate coming in at 722, which means you don't really need to run rapid fire on this thing, and it does do quite a bit of damage, and you do be able to kill people really fast. Now, the PPSH is probably one of my favorite SMGs in the game as of right now. I do think this gun has a very strong, with its 35 bullets, it has a fairly nice iron sights on it. I definitely think that is a big issue with some of these guns in this game, is that the default sights are so bad, and that's more of like a rifle issue than definitely a submachine gun issue. But I definitely think that the PPSH has some really nice ones, as well as different variants that you can get, such as the Snake also supply even better ones. One thing I don't like about variants for this gun is I have like the Iron Curtain variant and other stuff like that, but some of the variants are so dusty that if I try to throw on the Diamond Camo, which I've recently just unlocked the Diamond Camo for SMGs, and I try to throw that on top of an SMG with like an epic one with like a dusty camo, it really looks like complete garbage. So in order to run that Diamond Camo, sometimes I just have to literally use the base variant, which kind of sucks. But the PPSH, definitely, I think that its probably biggest weakness is the fact that it does have a fair bit of recoil shooting up and to the right usually, and that's what you're going to get when you have a gun that has such a fast fire rate. That's just the balance and the trade-off that you're going to get. If you want a gun that kills extremely fast and that has all of the strengths of a PPSH, which are very good strengths, strengths when it comes to an SMG. You will have a certain amount of recoil. It's not an uncontrollable amount of recoil like the WW2 or anything like that. I honestly think a grip is nice on it, but it's not even required, and that's my opinions on the PPSH. Now let's get to the Type 100 stats, and then we'll compare the two. The Type 100 comes with 30 bullets, which is pretty standard, 45 with extended mags, of course. It also has a 1.8 second full reload, which is one of the fastest reloads as far as an SMG. Of course, that's half a second faster than the PPSH, but you do have 5 less bullets in that. The damage you're going to be doing is standard SMG damage, 30 to 19 per bullet, which basically the reason they coded is that so you can't get any 3-shot kills, and you have to get between 4 and a 6-shot kill. So everything around that is the same on the Type 100 and the PPSH, but here's where we get into the big differences. The Type 100 has a rounds per minute of 625, which is almost 100 less than the PPSH, so you're definitely going to be losing on the rounds per minute with that, and that in turn means that your time to kill will be a little bit slower. Of course, we're talking milliseconds of milliseconds right here, but the time to kill on the Type 100 is between 0.28 and 0.48 of a second, when the PPSH was 0.25 and 0.42. So this gun will pretty much always kill slower than the PPSH, and that is the fact that its fire rate is a bit slower. Now, where the Type 100 definitely gets its strengths, as far as the 4 and the 5-shot kill ranges, they're essentially the same on these two weapons. Pretty much most of the stuff is insane. What is the same? What you're trading out here is you're trading out a gun with less recoil for a gun with a faster fire rate, which I definitely think is a trade-off here, and the Type 100 is probably the best SMG at that long range, because the recoil on this thing is virtually, I'm not going to say non-existent, because it does shoot vertically, but you have to freaking hold down for literally 20 bullets before you start to notice that recoil really taking you, and if you throw, I don't think this gun needs grip at all, so you can basically swap out the grip for the rapid fire on this thing, and with rapid fire you're getting around a 660 or 670 rounds per minute, which you're still like 50 behind the PPSH, but it definitely is a trade-off that you have to make. If you want a gun that's going to be doing better at closer ranges, it doesn't get better than the PPSH. The PPSH is probably the best SMG for close to medium ranges, because of the fact that, of course, it's not the fastest killing one like the WAF or the MP40 or something like that, but the fact is that it kills extremely quickly, and it also is very, very manageable recoil with great iron sights at medium range, and it is sort of the complete package. The only time the Type 100 will beat the PPSH is at those longer ranges, or maybe even a long medium range to a longer range, and that's why the Type 100 and the PPSH are considered probably the two best SMGs in this game, and it all comes down to what sort of ranges you want to use them at to tell which one is better. In my personal opinion, I like to rock with the PPSH, because if you're rocking with the silencer on your SMG and rushing with the airborne, you probably want to be close to the enemies anyway, and being able to kill them a bit faster of that PPSH can be very, very helpful. The class setups that I like to run with these things, with the PPSH, you can honestly run a class setup that can give you a rapid fire, quick draw, and gripped with the primed basic training, and that class setup can be deadly, because then you get even a higher fire rate. You don't get that 722, you get around like a 770 or something like that, which is absolutely insane with that PPSH. And when you have grip, the recoil is still controllable, and you have one of the fastest killing SMGs in the game, as well as quick draw. With the Type 100, you don't need that grip. You can run extended mags, quick draw, as well as rapid fire, and then you have more bullets, and you have less recoil, or maybe around the same recoil, probably even less, even though the PPSH has grip, and you're killing at a very, very good rate, but at long range you really do excel. As you can see, these shots that I'm hitting with the Type 100, and that's basically the trade-off. PPSH, best SMG for you know, your medium close ranges, and the Type 100 better for longer ranges. But of course, these statistics and everything is so damn close with these two weapons. It all comes down to personal preference, and always use the weapon that you're more comfortable using, because these stats are milliseconds of milliseconds, are tiny bits of fire rates per minute, but what really matters is what gun are you comfortable in your hands, what gun do you do best with. And unfortunately on the combat record right now, you can't really check your KD with each gun, but definitely you can tell which gun you're more comfortable with. I'm pretty comfortable with both of these. I really do like them both, and it really depends on the map. I think if you want to use an SMG on a larger map like the Forest, which I would honestly use an assault rifle on, but if you want to use an SMG on that one, or maybe on USS Texas, this would be the go-to one. But if you want to play on one of those closer flak towers, or maybe even London docks, that's when the PPSH would come in handy. And of course, I want to hear your guys' comment section down below. Which do you think is the best out of these two weapons and the best SMG as of right now? And let me know in the comment section down below. What other guns do you want me to compare? You can leave other SMGs, other assault rifles, any guns in the game, snipers, whatever, pistols. I have a lot of guns in mind for comparisons that I'm going to be doing, because I think this is a great way to dig into the statistics of these actual guns, as well as talk about opinions, good class setups, and just everything overall, and get down to the business of which guns are better and why. Because of course every gun has its strengths and every gun has its weaknesses, which I broke down in this video. If you guys made it to the end of the video, please drop a like on this thing. 2,000 likes would mean the world to me. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, sub for a cookie, and don't looky. And that's about it, guys. I'm out. Peace.